Y'all, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. We are back. Today is day 11 of 30 of the Metabolic Minutes. We are working on our consistency. Show up for yourself. Man, show up for yourself better than you show up for other people. So I chose to, last month we did the burpee challenge. For 31 days, I did burpees. I can't really say I enjoyed it, but I did it. So I got to celebrate in the end. And this month I call it the Metabolic Minute, where I go and I test my glucose and my ketones. I share my energy, my hunger, all the things. And so I don't know why I'm fired up. It might be because I was able to ride my bike this week. There's nothing like, I'm just getting back to it, y'all. And it's like the best thing ever. I know some of y'all like, girl, save that for somebody else. I was telling my friend earlier, I said, the way the weather was this morning, I literally could have walked out my house, got on my bike, and rode my bike for 80 miles. It is so peaceful. It's like one of those things that until you experience it, you will never understand. And it doesn't have to be riding a bike for you. It could be walking, it could be running. But I would encourage everyone that is under the sound of my voice, find that one thing that you can just do where it's just you, where you can empty out your mind, you could pray, you can think about the goals that you have, you could drop the weight that you've been carrying, because a lot of us carry these weights, day in and day out, and it's just like a beautiful feeling. I get fired up. But the ride I'm going to later is not that type of ride, so let's not get it twisted. I'm talking trash Thursday. That's a different type. That's the type where I'm holding on for dear life. I can barely breathe. My legs are hurting. I'm trying to stay with the pack as long as I can before they drop me. So in cycling, you get to do it all. You get to have the death trap, or you can just have the whoa. So, and then it could be those results. So we just got finished our 21-day reset challenge, and my pictures are picture in the midsection. You can see where the fat has, melted away some. So that was the first 21 day. I promise y'all, watch this journey, follow the journey. I have a vision for myself. As I shared before, even though I'm only 50 now, my ultimate goal is millionaire by 55. Your girl will have a millionaire mindset. We're almost there with that. A millionaire body, right? And a millionaire spirit. There's nothing wrong with like having goals. You ever meet a person that just wake up and they just go, throughout the day, they don't have any goals. They don't know like what they want tomorrow to look like. They don't know what they want next week to look like. And I'm just like, ooh, just thinking about not having a goal, I just start getting the shakes. But okay, so I'll share my pictures. We have the next challenge coming up next week, starting on the 17th. It's called Straight to the Core. Yeah, so we're talking about the core, and not just the physical core, but the internal core. So if you're interested in hopping in, go to www.fastingforher.com. It's going to be amazing, and I am openly sharing this transformation. If you hop on my YouTube channel, I have the series called Millionaire by 55, something like that. I'm driving in a car and I'm just talking. I'm sharing my thoughts. I'm sharing my losses. I'm sharing my wins, just sharing me. I think when we show up as our authentic selves, it's even more powerful when you show up as your authentic self. You can impact people more, because everybody out here on social media is showing up with I told y'all, and to each their own. My version of the beat face is to make sure that my lips are not dry, and I didn't do that before this video, but it's okay. But I think we need more of people being authentic, and not saying that you have to share everything, but I desire to be an inspiration for other people that feel like this is it. Like, you ever wake up and you feel like, my life, I'm not excited about my life, and this is just it. Well, I don't believe that. I really believe when we work on ourselves, first mindset, change it. See it before you see it, even when it's hard. One thing I've learned and am still learning, that you have to be the first partaker, and you have to be your biggest cheerleader, because there's going to be some days where people are not going to cheer for you. There's going to be some days where people are in your camp and they're not even excited for you. There's going to be some days where you have a vision and you have a goal and you're talking it out loud and people are looking at you like you're crazy. So I believe it is my responsibility to bring others along. This is something God put on my heart on this journey. So y'all see where I'm at now. I talked to you about where I'm going, and I said, if he don't do it, it won't be done. So I'm not leaning on Crystal's own ability. I'm literally just following the vision that God has given me, and I'm excited about that. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop into our Metabolic Minute. Let's hop into our faith focus first. This is a good one. Psalms 46:10. It says, be still and know that I am God. That definitely was for me. Be still and know that I am God. I don't know about y'all, but your girl know how to move. And I move fast. But sometimes in order for us to progress, we have to just sit and be still. I've learned that, for myself, that is where my greatest growth has come from. When I slow down, stop, and listen. So I want to challenge you to take a moment today and just breathe. Just sit in silence, like I just shared a minute ago. Just pray and then trust God with the outcome. Whatever it is that you're praying for, whatever it is that you're, some of us, we move like this and it's like, why am I feeling like I'm on a merry-go-round? Because we never stop and pause and just really, like I said, clear your mind of all the noise and the weight that we are carrying. And just know that God is who he said he is, and any promises that he make, he will come through with it. All right. So speaking of that, let's talk about stress. Like, listen, stress will kill a results like crazy. Even if you're eating well, working out, stress will raise your glucose, your blood sugar levels, AKA, right? And stress and cortisol, those words are interchangeable. When it increases, your body releases stored glucose to prepare for the action. So managing stress, right, is just as important as managing your food. I've seen people before be totally stressed out, eating great, going to the gym. I like I just said a minute ago, I can talk about me all day long. I remember the season of being stressed out. I even have moments now where I'm just like, Crystal, pipe down, like, breathe. If God don't do it, it won't get done. And sometimes we take that extra weight on our shoulder. And as my Aunt Ray, I miss her so much, as my Aunt Ray used to always say, put that fix-a-kid away. We are good at taking our worries and all of the things that are weighing us down and, all of our problems. And we say, here you go, God. We hand it over to him like this, right? And then we wait for about 5 seconds and then we pull our fix-a-kid out and we start fixing it ourselves. I'm trying to tell you what I know from what I've applied in my own life, not just from what I heard, not just because Aunt Ray said, put the fix-a-kid away. But, when I really thought about what that meant, I realized, Crystal, put your fix-a-kid away. You out here trying to fix things on your own. But one thing I tell y'all, regardless of what the situation is, when you hand it over to God, right, he is the problem solver. He will fix it. When it comes to people, when it comes to anything, I'm one, like, I'm not vindictive. I am human. I may, my temperature go up and down. But one thing you will never see me do is fight my own battles. When people act crazy, you know what I do? Here you go, God. Because can't nobody get them like he can. And I think when we interject and start to try to move things and, take things into our own hands and matters into our own hands, that's kind of where we mess up at. But it's like, you know what? If God got you, he got you. So there's no need for me to be stressed out, for me to be worried. And I say that when I do say it, I say it lightly because the birds, as I always say, the birds will fly over your head. But what you get not to do is not allow them. Did I say that right? What you get to do is not allow. I said get not to do. Well, whatever. Y'all know what I mean, right? What you get to do is not allow that bird to fly nest because that baby is flying. Trust me when I tell you. The thoughts come and I'll be like, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, I don't know where I would be. And if I'm going to turn it over to God, I'm going to turn it over to God and put my fix-a-kid away. And, but I'm trying to tell you, praying, fasting, your gratitude journal, your affirmations, all those things, doing it consistently, not just when you feel like it, builds a foundation. And a foundation like none other. So I'm super grateful. All right, so here we go, y'all. We cleaned it off. We got blood today. All right, so we're going to go ahead in. All right, so this is going to give us our glucose reading. We're going to, look at that. Okay, we're outside today. And remember, I have my continuous glucose monitor on, so let's see what the Dexcom is reading too. The Dexcom is telling us that we are at, okay, baby, the Dexcom is at 89. The glucose here is 86. All right, so let's check our ketone. Okay, put this in. All right, so we're going to massage it. And as y'all can see, my energy is, oh, come on. We just had a nice little flow. I'll be taking too long talking in between. Ain't coming out. Engage. We're going to prick again. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Ooh, I did that at the top. The side is better than the top. I feel better. That stunk a little bit. I'm going to take this out. Okay, put it back in. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's get it. Oh, where you at? Oh, you lying to me? Okay, there we go. That joint is all the way at the tip, too. Look at that. Just a little dab. I hope this works because it was sort of on my nail. Oh, come on. Get that blood. Oh, man. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do it again and get another stick. 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. Where we at? Where we at? Okay, baby, 0.6. So I know I'm in ketosis right now because we got 0.6 ketones and an 89, 85. All right, so let's go to our Keto Mojo. And yesterday, our GKI was a 7.3. Let's see what it is today. It keep giving me an error, but it gets it. What? That's weird, but we gonna go with it. Oh, that's because my keto. Okay, I was about to say, hold on a second. So today we're at 7.9. We're still below 9, so we were burning fat, baby. Okay, today my glucose was 86 and my ketones was 0.6. Yesterday my GKI was a 7.3. I'm like, how is it lower? But my ketone was 0.7 yesterday and my glucose was a 93. So my energy, I got this all over the place. My energy is a 10. I'm fired up for whatever reason. And my hunger right now, I set a 0. You know, you feel like a little bit in your stomach where you're like, I'm ready to eat. But I would say, nah, let's just give it. I'm sitting here trying to feel my stomach, right? I'm gonna give it, because I could go another hour, but I'm not, because I'm doing this ride, so I want to fuel up for the ride later. But I'm gonna put it at 1. Our hunger is a 1. Energy is a 10. Our hunger is a 1. Our GKI is 7.9. Our glucose is 86, and our ketones is 0.6, baby. If you're interested in hopping in that straight to the core challenge, make sure you go to fastingforher.com. Sign up. There's a buy-in fee. The top transformations get paid money, and we're going to have an amazing time. You'll have everything that you need to equip you to be successful in this challenge. If you have any questions, holla at your girl. If not, make sure you do something today that your future self is going to thank you for, and I will see you soon.